Hey, my name is Melanie. We're going to do a balanced body IQ reformer full body workout. Today we're going to start off on 3 reds, 1 blue, that is 3 heavy, 1 light. Knee on the bed, headrest up or down, and we'll get started. So, coming down to lying flat on the carriage, your feet are going to be just right on the outer corners of the foot bar with your knees in line with your toes, arches or heels on the corners. I'm going to take a big breath in, ribs are down, exhale, extend, press the carriage away, inhale, bring it back in slowly with control. So you're going to see as I press out, I'm not letting the springs shoot me all the way back. What I'm doing is I'm slowly controlling to bring the carriage in with just as much control or just as much sort of zazz as I have on the way out. Good, we're going to take 3 more. And back in, last 2. And final 1. Bring it halfway in, keeping those feet flexed. We're going to take tiny pulses, just moving the carriage a couple inches up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in, exhale, press all the way straight. Big inhale, bring it all the way back in. Knees come in toward each other, internal rotation. Exhale, press away. Rotate to out and back. Good, take 3 more of these. Nice deep hip circles. Just warming up the hip sockets, nothing really crazy grippy here. Last 2. And 1. Good, now we're gonna reverse it. Reset your feet if you need to, I know I do. Now we're gonna press straight out, rotate inward at the top and bring it back in. So 3 more. And for those of you who've seen me before who are wondering where Rebecca is, oops, she is sick today, so you're right in with me. And last one. And bring it all the way home. Good. To finish up our footwork warm-up, we're going to place the balls of the feet on the foot bar, heels together, knees apart, with the heels raised in this relative position. Head stays down on the headrest. Ribs stay down. Big breath in. Exhale. Squeeze the inner thighs together as you extend long. Should feel that squeeze in between those thighs. Inhale, bring it all the way back in. Exhale. Extending. Inhale. Back in slowly with control, like you're going back in slow motion. Good. So once again, as we extend, we have control. We're not letting the carriage and the springs shoot you back. Good, 2 more. And 1. Extending long, bring it halfway home to this demi-plie knee bend. Tiny pulses up and down. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, oh God, 4, 3, 2, question your life choices, extend the legs, and bring it all the way in. Nice job. Place your arches of the feet on the outer corners. We're just gonna take a nice windshield wiper with the knees. That's my noisy toilet, sorry. And rock the hips side to side, just releasing. And we're gonna reset for the next series. So we're gonna get to using the box in a little bit, but for now, let's just roll up to sitting. We're gonna switch to 1 red, 1 blue spring, or 2 reds if you wanna go for a little more resistance. Lie back down on your machine. We're gonna take the straps onto the arches of the feet and extend the legs up toward the ceiling. Just go for a little bit of frog circle. So your legs should feel pretty even. What we're gonna do is rotate the legs externally, flex the toes, bend the knees in. Ooh, we've got a strap situation. Hold on. Reformer safety 101 people. I didn't lock the side latches on my reformer, so make sure you do that. Otherwise you're gonna go for a ride like I did. So coming down to lying on your back, you're gonna grab those straps into your hands, extend your legs up toward the ceiling. Really reach the legs long, make sure your sacrum is nice and heavy on the mat. Rotate the legs to face outward, so your knees are rotated externally, flex the toes, bend the knees in, bring the heels toward the pelvis and extend out to 45 or below. Good, so each time we're focused on keeping the ribs down. We're putting equal pressure through those straps each time we press away and come back in. Exhaling, Each time you press through the straps, making sure you're not arching through the back as those legs extend. I hate to even mimic that. It does not feel great. We're gonna go for 2 more. And 1, good. Now we're gonna bring the legs up to 90 degrees, press them down to 45, bend the knees in toward the pelvis, and extend up. Thinking about both hips staying nice and even on the mat. You may feel like you want to bobble a little bit. It's okay, work to control it. Try to keep your ribcage down. And just as we were talking about with controlling the springs, make sure as you come back in, you're not letting the springs carry you. You're in control of the springs. Last one. Good. Bring those legs down to 45. We're gonna bring the right leg out to the side, left leg bends back into that frog position, your pen, exhale, extend to 45. Left leg goes out to the side, right leg bends in. Press through both straps, more pressure in that right leg. Alternating sides. Good, and switch. So once again, control comes into play here. We're not letting a spring shoot you. You're controlling the carriage on the way in, resisting this right strap from pulling you in. And of course, if you want a little more challenge, you can take the height of the leg a little bit lower, as long as you're not arching your back and losing this core alignment here. Good. Last step, 1 to the right. Pressing through the feet. Extending out and switch. Very nice. Bring the legs up to 90 degrees, feet together. Lower the legs down in your butterfly position. You can hold onto the ropes for a little support here. Just let your legs relax. Okay, good. Let's take the straps off of the arches of the feet. We're gonna place them down by your side, out of the way. Roll up to sitting. Switch to 1 blue spring. So taking off the red or taking off both reds and swapping them out. We're gonna go for a little kneeling on the floor, core and arm work. So if you need a knee pad or something underneath you to make sure you've got enough cushion for your knees, it's totally fine. But what we're gonna do is come so that your hands are gonna be right under your shoulders, and you can just place your hand on this headrest right in front of you. So it's gonna be a little bit in front of your body, not too much. And we're gonna have the shoulders above the wrists and then hips above the knees. Big breath in, keeping a nice neutral spine, abs engaged. We're gonna press the carriage away. Inhale, bring the carriage right back home. So what we're doing is the elbows staying pointed down. It's not going out to the side, okay? Using your core to support you here. Deep breath in, exhale. And back in. Okay. Neck is nice and long. Not craning the chin up toward the ceiling, not curving the spine. Everything is really neutral. I'm using those muscles in the upper back on the right side to support. And if this resistance feels doable, you could always do a red. Let's take a few more. Last 2. And 1. Good. Back in, now we're going to make it a little more challenging. So get in your alignment. Right where you feel comfortable. We're going to extend the left leg back with the knee pointed down. Press that carriage away. Oh, that gets a lot more challenging now, doesn't it? Good times. And extend. Feel a lot more core control required. Make sure your hip isn't rotating out to the left, keeping that rotated down facing the floor. Good. 3 more here. Last 2. And 1. Extend the carriage out. We're going to pulse that leg up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg, bring the carriage in. And let's go for the other side. So coming on to the other side of the machine, making sure not to move the bed too much. You're going to find that alignment one more time. Your hand is going to rest right on that shoulder block. You're going to have your right shoulder over your right wrist, hips over your knees, hips nice and square. Big breath in, exhale, extend the carriage forward. Inhale, bring it right back in. Out, feeling your upper back engaging. Make sure your abs aren't relaxed down. They're supporting you here. Make sure you're not arching through the back or curving up. Nice neutral alignment. You need to adjust, go for it. I just did. 2 more here. And last one. Bring it back home. Now what we're going to do is keep that nice alignment of the pelvis. Extend the right leg back, knee pointed down, not out to the side. Pull that leg up. We're going to extend the carriage out. Bend it back in. Once again, keeping this elbow pointed toward the floor as you bend to bring it back in. Right knee stays rotated down. Good. 4 more. Last 3. Final 2. And 1. Extend it out. Hold it there. Tiny pulses back with that leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee. Bring the carriage in as you bend the elbow. And let's move on. So if you have access to a box, what you're going to do is grab it, put it on your machine, and we're going to move on to the next sequence. All right, so this next series requires that we get on top of this box. So what we're going to do is carefully and slowly jump on top of that. We're going to stay on 1 blue spring for this one. So the alignment that you want is your hands are going to be wrapped on the front edges of the box. Your knees should be underneath your hips as best as possible. We're going to grab the left strap into your left hand, still on that blue spring. What we're going to do is put a little bit of pressure into that strap so the strap comes right underneath your shoulder. Big breath in, exhale, support your core. We're going to press the arm up so that the hand comes right in line with your hip or a little bit below. Inhale, lower it down slowly with control. Press up and back. So height isn't so much the big deal. We don't necessarily need to get that way up above. Really want to try to keep a nice, long, straight arm as best as we can. Palm facing up, nice controlled movements. Try not to rotate your shoulders out to the side as I was trying to demo right there. Good. Last 2. And last 1. Very nice. All right, bring it back in. Control a little better than I did. And pull on that rope. What we're going to do next is get that strap onto your foot. And we're going to find that kneeling position 1 more time. So your hands are on the front of the box. Your knees are right under your hips. Your foot is flexed on that left side. What you're going to do is lift the knee up, extend it straight. Oh, there goes my head. What can you do? And bring it right back in. So what we're doing is we're pressing through that heel and slow control as you come back in. So again, I'm not using momentum to press through the strap. We really want to take this in slow motion, get all of that work all the way through the glute and the back of the leg here. If that blue spring is not doing it for you, you can upgrade to a red if you like. Good, 3 more. Making sure that hip is rotated down to face the floor. And last one. Press out to the back, point the foot. We're going to take tiny pulses up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee, lower the leg, rest the knee down on the box just for a minute. So next what we're going to do is keep the strap on the foot, bring the foot to the outside of the machine, square off the hips and shoulders, exhale. Lift that leg up behind the hip, lower down. Just going to do 6 of these. This is 5. And back, feeling lots of hamstrings, lots of glutes. Exhale to extend. Definitely lots of core too. Nice neutral spine, not arching at the back. This one is not about height of the leg. It's about feeling it in all the right places. Last 2. And 1. Good. Place that knee down. Give yourself a rest. Once you're stable, shake out your arms just a little bit. When you're ready, we're going to slip that strap off of your foot. Place the rope to the side of the machine and we're going to move on. to the other side. So finding that right rope down by the side of the machine, you're gonna come to kneeling once more. Strap goes into your right hand. And you're gonna place your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Take a moment to find that nice neutral alignment. Make a cat, try to get comfortable. And press up through the palms, a nice long neck. And you're gonna take a big breath in, keeping that square alignment with the hips and shoulders. Press the hand up toward your hip and back down. So we're trying to think about pressing straight back. So if you feel like that hand is taking a journey, like a circle around to get there, really think about it almost skimming the side of the box, not necessarily literally, but basically almost grazing the box. And that was an example of what not to do. You don't want to let the carriage slam on the way back in. Use your control to make sure it doesn't quite smack as you come back in. Last one. Very good, let's move on. So the strap is gonna come onto the arch of your, right foot. Scoot your knees forward, pull forward on that rope. Shimmy that rope onto your right foot and find your comfortable kneeling position one more time. So what we're gonna do is the hands will be under your shoulders one more time, pushing up through the palms. Nice, stable, steady kneeling position. Flex the feet, especially that right foot. Big breath in. Exhale, lift the knee up, keeping the shoulders and hips square, extend it out. Inhale, bring it back in slowly with control. And again, this is too little resistance on the blue spring. Feel free to kick it up to a red, but I'd rather you work on really building control with the blue before you really try to load the springs too intensely. You can't control a blue spring, you can't handle a red spring. Good. 3 more, making sure that right hip still stays pointed down, it's not angling out to your right side. Last one, extend it back, point the foot, tiny pulses up and down, trying to keep your knee under your hip. You're not pulsing the knees back and down. Good, 4 more. 3, 2, 1, bend the knee, lower it down to the box. Shake out your hands for a sec, take a beat. We're gonna go for that straight leg, hamstring press back. So once again, getting comfortable in your kneeling alignment on the box. Bring that right leg to the outside of the machine, to the side, keeping the hips square. If you need to adjust yourself, go for it. You're gonna press straight back and lower down. Big breath in, exhale. And down. 4 more. Really feeling it through the hamstrings, definitely through your obliques. Last 2. And last one. Good. Bend the knee, bring it down to the box. Find a comfortable kneeling position, take that strap off the foot. And we're gonna move on. All right, we're gonna finish up with arms. So I've switched to 1 red spring, which is a heavy spring. Sitting on the box, scooted a little bit back. My heels are resting on the headrest. I'm gonna reach down, grab onto the straps, putting them onto the palms of my hands. Sitting up really tall, rib cage is down, shoulders are rolled back, palms face behind me. Nice tall posture, big breath in, exhale, press the hands back, and inhale to return. So what I'm doing is I'm squeezing the shoulder blades together without popping the ribs. Feeling some triceps here too. A little bit of a bend in my elbows, it's not the end of the world. Once again, thinking about skimming the box. This is called chest expansion. It's not so much about working the chest as it is about keeping that nice wide open posture. So shoulders back, working the back muscles, working the muscles along the back of the arms too. And some abs, of course. Good, press the hands back behind you, sit up another inch, look toward your right side, back to center, look toward your left, back to center, and release. Letting go of the rope in your left hand, take the strap in your right and thread your left hand through it. You're gonna hold onto the rope above the hardware, where the tape is. We're gonna come to that really tall seated position. Wrap your right arm around your torso, roll the shoulders back. We're gonna take a twist, drawing the rope back, looking over your shoulder. Your elbow is gonna come slightly behind your shoulder. And big breath in, draw it right back. Don't let the shoulders twist as you return. Keep it nice and square. Big breath in. Zip the abs up as you twist. Look over the shoulder, twist through the torso on the way back. Okay, one more time. Well, several more times. That's a lot. 4 more. Exhaling is really important. I like to do it, and inhaling is important too. I like to do the exhale on the hard part, so it removes some of the pressure on the pelvic floor. Last one. Nice, and back to center. Now we're gonna do the same twist with a high elbow. Keeping that nice tall posture, not rolling through the lower part of the spine. You're gonna rotate so the elbow goes up and look over your shoulder. Good. Big breath in, exhale. Twist through the torso. Look over the shoulder. Elbow goes high. Good. We're just going to do 6 of these. This is 3. This is 2. Definitely feeling more of this deltoid kind of area working in addition to the back. And last one. Very nice. Let's let that go. Place the right strap down on the right side of the machine. Grab that left strap into your right hand. Thread your hand through the loop and grab onto that rope right above the hardware right here. So once again, send your tailbone back behind you. Ribs stay down. Arm on the left side wraps around the front of the torso. We're going to take that low elbow twist, looking over your right shoulder and back. Good. Once again, not twisting each time you come. Nice square shoulders. Big breath in. Exhale, twist. Good. 5 more. Should be feeling a lot more of those muscles around the upper back, sort of shoulder blade supporting area. So let's oil it again. Good times. Good. 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Good. Now the elbow goes high. Deep breath in, exhale. An upward diagonal, back, shoulders really square. Big breath in. Making sure you're not twisting through the wrist each time you go out and in. Good. Ribs stay down. Only 2 more. We're only doing 6 of these. And last one. Awesome job. Let's get rid of that strap. We're going to get rid of the box and cool down. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. You're going to have your arms down by your side. You're going to place your right hand onto the foot bar and you're going to rotate your right shin to face the shoulder blocks. So keeping both hip bones really steady on the mat. If you've got this flexibility, if not, you can stay crisscross. We're going to go for a mermaid. Rib cage down, big breath in. Push away on that arm, reach that right arm up and over. You can turn your head to face down. Try to keep that left hip heavy on the mat. Nice stretch through the side of your back. Big breath in, exhale. Bring it right back up to starting. Nice even shoulders. Deep breath in. Press through that left palm, reach up and over. Feel that stretch, it's really nice. Exhale, release. Good. Bring it right back up. We're going to switch and go to the other side. Turning to face your opposite side. If you can, twist your shin to the shoulder blocks, go for it. If not, stay crisscross. Big breath in. Press into that right palm, lift up and over. Nice big side body stretch. Deep breath in, exhale. And back, try to keep that left hip down if you can. Big breath in, exhale, push away. You should feel the stretch all the way down the side of your back. And bring it right back to center. Turn to face forward. You are done. Congratulations, you did it. Please like, subscribe. I'm doing a ton more reformer videos. I'd love to see you here. Rebecca will be back again for another video, and see you soon.